So, welcome to the Global Apparel Sourcing Expo, organized by the International Apparel Federation. I'm Ramon Tenge from PwC Strategy and a strategy consulting house working with global and upcoming fashion houses and technological companies. I'm really excited today to be here with Mike from Forto. We'll talk about a little bit about the supply chain and the innovative order management solutions that Forto is bringing to the industry. Mike, before we get into the topic, why don't you say a few words about yourself so that we can, get started.
Thanks a lot, Ramon, for those kind words, and thanks a lot for having me today here. My name is Michael Wax. I'm one of the co-founders of Forto, engineer by training, entrepreneur by passion. Forto is my second technology business I started. I basically started 7 or 8 years ago, building my first B2B business in the logistics and supply chain space as well. With KONUX, my first company, we transformed predictive analytics in the railway space. And then 4.5 years ago, it was my pleasure to start Forto together with Eric, Ferry, and Fabi, my fellow co-founders, to transform the supply chain space in terms of order management and freight forwarding services.
Great. Excited to hear a bit more about that.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Well, yeah, today it's my pleasure to tell you more about how you can make your supply chain future-proof, especially in those very special times today. We talked to a few customers in the last few months, and I mean, I'm sure that for you in the audience, just like us, those were challenging months and weeks. And 75% of all companies reported that the coronavirus and all the reactions and results coming from it have disrupted their supply chains. More interesting though, 53% of all the customers we talked to had even trouble simply communicating with their partners in China on the sourcing side. And that for us was something really shocking. In the end, we think that reliability and operational stability in every crisis next to employee health and safety is the utmost priority for every company. And that reliability in the supply chain is not necessarily a big want or the cherry on the cake, but it's really all that an organization needs, especially in the fashion space. And why would we know that? And why do we think you don't have to accept this? Over the past 4.5 years, we have, with Forto, built a company that today employs more than 330 people across 9 offices worldwide, helping more than 2,500 B2B clients already today to ship their goods reliably, affordable, and on time. Over the course of the last 4.5 years, we've been growing from freight hub, and gone through an evolution of offering freight forwarding services via sea, air, and rail freight to our clients, all the way to a digital supply chain solutions provider, offering our customers today a perfect complementary package of freight forwarding service and supply chain management software. And today it's my pleasure to explain you more of what this means. The last months have been a challenge for all of us. It started with empty factories and a Chinese New Year longer than we have ever expected it to be. More than 3 weeks, no products were manufactured, which has led to a lot of goods being out of stock that were sold out. A lot of retail areas then were closed due to COVID-19. And all of a sudden, when the virus came over to Europe, you had to handle not a shortage of stock, but basically an oversupply. And then in the end, a lot of measures were loosened, but with very tight restrictions on social distancing and, of course, sanitation rules. And just as a short brief update here, even for us as Forto, you see me today sitting in the home office, we're keeping very strictly to the social distancing rules. We, of course, want to continue to support a flattening of the curve and a restrained exposure to potential cases. And it really seems like the current situation will not just endure for a few more weeks or months, but that this will really be the new normal for the next year and more to come. And now we're basically asking ourselves the question, do you today have to accept the level of uncertainty, the level of unreliability in your supply chain, the level of fragmented and decentralized communication, or is there a way out of this? And with Forto, and especially Forto X, our newly launched enterprise software platform for supply chain management, we want to support you in shifting your processes today from offline communication via fax, email, telephone, and a few dozen Excel sheets to a beautiful cloud-based collaboration tool that is intuitive to use for everyone, easy to integrate, and offers you with a single source of truth everyone can access. All stakeholders today communicate in one system. All stakeholders along the supply chain are connected to the Forto X platform, offering the one single source of truth that combines all the information necessary. You can exchange documents and messages from the commercial invoice to customs documentation reports to the bill of lading. Everything is in one place. And whenever there might be some kind of customs inspection coming up, all data is already there and compliance ready in your system. And ultimately, with Forto X, we offer you the first forwarder-built purchase order and shipment-based communication tool. You can, in the end, process your shipment and follow it from the moment it's about to be manufactured to the moment it's been delivered to your warehouse on an SKU level. With Forto X, we combine the beauty of a purchase order management tool with a super reliable forwarding service, all built on a single tech stack. We have experienced tons of customers that have gone from manual processes, sending out purchase orders manually via email, sometimes even via WhatsApp or WeChat messages. I want to help you now to move into one integrated system. Today, our customer suppliers are on the platform. The carriers are on the platform. We as your freight forwarder are on the platform. You as a customer are on the platform. And your logistics team, yesterday offline and on-premise somewhere in the office, today decentralized somewhere around the world. Some of them may be surfing on Bali while the other ones are working remotely out of their office in Karlsruhe. Or some of them working remotely out of their home office somewhere in the Uckermark. Everyone can access the same data through our integrated system and communicate with all stakeholders along the supply chain. And from the moment you are sending out your purchase order, out of the ERP system, for example, that we are connected with over an API, all the information is collected in the Forto X system. We are connected to your warehouse management system and can therefore give you a transparent overview on what is about to be produced, what is currently underway being shipped, and what is already arrived in the warehouse. So this is a perfect end-to-end visibility in terms of your supply chain, how much goods are in the pipeline, how much goods are currently in transit, how much working capital is tied to that, how much CO2 emissions are currently created, and what of those goods will be delivered on time, and which of those goods need your special attention because there were exceptions coming up. We are integrated with our service providers, giving them the ability to supply and provide us with really low latency milestones in terms of important and critical timestamps, cargo ready dates, shipping dates, vessel arriving. We are integrated with ports, vessel operators, and truckers to really give you end-to-end visibility on an SKU level. This enables you to faster decision making, a really high focus on the important exception cases, a complete new level of efficiency enabled by automation, and a 100% end-to-end transparency for your supply chain. This will move you completely from a level of missing transparency to one single source of truth, enabling you to take leverage knowledge out of your data. Tons of data points that currently are basically being lost in decentralized spaghetti code being created by fragmented system landscapes are now being accessible for you. And as a leader in the supply chain space and as a core responsible person having to ensure that goods are being delivered on time, it is your utmost wish to really know which of the stakeholders in the supply chain perform well and which of them need additional attention. With our purchase order management tool today, we enable you to get exactly this. On an SKU level, you will find out which of your suppliers have constantly delivered on time and which of them need additional attention. We can show you at what point and what stage of the supply chain there were more exceptions than generally, then what kind of rate cost has increased significantly, how much your product value has changed over time, and how can you find easy financing options for the working capital that is currently on transit. We give you the best visibility level on all your KPIs on a product level. And the biggest and most beautiful thing about it is that compared to many other systems out in this market, this is a plug and play solution. So we help our clients getting up and running with this software tool in only 4 weeks, onboarding suppliers, training their logistics teams, and helping them to regain control over their supply chain. So that is Forto, and that is how we can help you and support you going forward by digitizing the supply chain. I'm more than happy to continue your conversation, hopefully sooner than later in person again and not over video. Yeah, I'm eagerly looking forward to get your questions. Please contact me either via email over michaelwax@forto.com, connect with me over LinkedIn, and reach out to have a conversation on how we can support you by regaining control over your supply chain. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mike. That was really, really interesting. And I think the beauty of it is really to see how technology, enables you to go really across borders and get that transparency. And now, if I may take the view of, potential user, potential buyer of your software, let's say I'm one of those. Can you maybe phrase for me, really, what are the core benefits if I sign up to your platform right now? And also, what is the more midterm, long-term vision of where you see your Forto platform going? So what are the benefits that I will reap in a few years down the line?
Yeah, thanks, Ramon. So I think the biggest benefit is just control of your data. So there's a single system where every single purchase order that is currently important for your logistics value chain is in one system, ranging from this first touch point with the supplier, all the information, all the way up to the invoice that you collect from your freight forwarder, which is most of the time 40–50% of the cases that we experience in the competition wrong. Yeah, so you have one system where you can access all supply chain relevant information at all times, 24/7, wherever you are. And this will unfold now to become the best performing supply chain management system for our clients by not just enabling them today to have a single source of truth and to get access to a reliable and affordable transportation offer. But even on top of this, we already offer the first pilot customers today that shipments that they manage over the Forto platform can be processed either by Forto or a third-party freight forwarding system. Yeah? So Forto and Forto in the end will become an Amazon for logistics, making sure that you have always primary access to an affordable and reliable logistics solution while maintaining the flexibility that you today want as a client in your supply chain operations.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. That makes a lot of sense to me. Thanks again also for sharing your view on how you're transforming the industry and how this will really help not only the big businesses but also smaller ones, especially through times like these. So thanks again for being here with us today. Really highly appreciate you taking your time. So thanks a lot, Mike.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ramon. And as said, looking forward to get many messages from you and to continue the conversation in person and over email. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Bye-bye.